We're going to work on our performance task. Work on student pages 550 T1 through 550 T2. Do as much of it as you can. So the performance task is just kind of asking you, what have you learned in this chapter? And this has been chapter 7, and we've been talking about graphs and counting and data and surveying. So the performance task looks at 3 parts. Part A, which is a tally chart. Part B, which is a picture graph, and part C, that's a bar graph. And if you remember, what we're doing in all 3 of those is we're collecting data. And all data are numbers or pictures collected to show information. And you can see that these have different favorite picnic foods, juice boxes, and ice cream. The other thing then is a tally chart. And you can see the tally chart here and a chart that shows a mark for each vote in a survey. And a survey is just asking people questions. And this one, if you remember back, we talked about what is your favorite season. And every vote gets a tally mark, and then we count up all the votes or tally marks at the end, and that gives us our total. In picture graphs, it's the same data as the tally chart, except using tally marks, we use a picture in each box to represent the same information or data. You can see the totals are the same, 7, 10, 9, and 2, 7, 10, 9, and 2. A picture graph is just a graph that has different pictures to show data. And the last graph that we worked on, once again, showing the same exact data as the tally chart and the picture graph, is a bar graph. And a bar graph uses bars to show data. So those are kind of the 3 things that we looked at in Chapter 7. It says, class picnic. Jade and her class are having a picnic. Show all your work to receive full credit. Part A. Jade asked the students in her class their favorite picnic food. Write the totals for each item. So you can see in this column there are no totals. We've got cheeseburgers, hot dog, and hamburger. Each one of these tally marks counts as a vote. So your job is to tally up or total up the number of votes that you see. And then answer the question, how many more students like cheeseburgers than hamburgers? Keyword there is more. We're looking at cheeseburgers versus hamburgers. And so when it says which one is more, we're looking for the difference. And so you can look at the data and calculate what would be the difference between cheeseburgers and hamburgers. On part B, after lunch, Jade counted leftover juice boxes. Here we have cherry, grape, and orange. And this is what kind of a graph again? It says how many juice boxes did Jade count? So maybe what's the total of juice boxes for the whole graph? For part C, for dessert, the class had ice cream. And you see 3 different types of ice cream: vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. And the question asked, how many people did not choose chocolate? So that's kind of a tricky question, but the key there is how many people did not choose the chocolate. So work on the performance task and use some of the information that we have down below with the tally charts, the picture graph, and the bar graph. Answer your questions, and let's see what you learned in Chapter 7. I hope that helps, first graders. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.